Well, hello everybody and welcome to the brand new 2025 season of Innovative EdTech. It is lovely to have you here with us for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us again for another season of Innovative EdTech here from the team at Evolve EdTech. It is wonderful to have you back with us this evening. Anyway, let's dive into tonight's workshop, jumping in to find your magic with MagicSchool.Ai. Tonight we are diving in and having a look at another wonderful AI-powered tool that is going to save you a truckload of time in the classroom. We've looked at a number of other AI-powered tools, and tonight it is Magic School's turn. So we are going to dive in, explore this tool, show you some features. We're not going to show you them all because we just won't have time, but we're going to show you some of the really amazing things that you can do with Magic School. So let's dive in. Let's get started with this episode. All right, so welcome back for 2025. It is wonderful to be back here with you, ready for another stellar season of Innovative EdTech. So welcome to episode 1. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what's happening in a moment with Innovative EdTech in 2025. We've made a few changes to the program, and we're going to trial a few things this year, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about those in a moment. Then we're going to dive into looking at Magic School, having a look at what Magic School is and 10 wonderful tools that you could use as a teacher today. So make sure you stick with us as we explore these 10 tools tonight. Then we're going to finish off by just letting you know how you can stay connected with us here at Evolve EdTech and just explain what is coming up with Evolve EdTech when we see you again next time. So let's dive in to episode 1 of the 2025 season of Innovative EdTech. Well, if you have not joined us before, my name is Tristan Heron. I am the creator of Evolve EdTech, and I am the person behind the microphone. I am the person creating and recording the videos, creating the social media posts, everything to do with Innovative EdTech and Evolve EdTech. It is me, and me, only me. I am here to help you with everything related to EdTech in the classroom. So welcome to season 2. We started this particular program last year. We had 12 wonderful episodes, and we are back bigger and better in 2025. So if you haven't joined us before and you're new to Innovative EdTech, thank you so much for joining us. Innovative EdTech is our free workshop that we present to you so that you can really have a look at a range of EdTech tools, tips, tricks, whatever we think is going to help you with EdTech in the classroom. So we present a whole range of different things with you so that you can start seeing how you can use EdTech in the classroom. So it is our free workshop. We're going to talk to you a little bit more about our free workshop in a moment and what's coming up in 2025. But if you would like to check out our 2024 season and episodes, you can just head over to our Evolve EdTech YouTube channel and you can check out those today. And whilst you're there, we would love it if you also liked and subscribed to that channel, the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. Liking and subscribing supports us, and it also helps motivate us to continue to support you and help you with EdTech in the classroom. All right, so this year with Evolve EdTech, we have made a little change to the schedule. You might have known if you joined us last year that we had 12 episodes. We had one each month of the year. This year, we've pared it back just a little bit because I am still a full-time teacher, so I also need to focus on my job whilst also supporting you with Evolve EdTech and Innovative EdTech. And I need to also make sure that everything that I do is sustainable and manageable. So we've pared back Innovative EdTech this year to 8 episodes, and we've decided to focus these episodes on the Australian school year. So if you are, not obvious, and you haven't actually worked it out here, I am an Australian and I am a teacher down here in Australia. And in Australia, our school year actually runs from late January until about mid-December. So we have a pretty much calendar year school year from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And here in Australia, our school years are actually divided up into 4 terms of about 9 to 11 weeks in total. So what we've decided this year is we've decided to allocate 2 episodes of Innovative EdTech to each term of the Australian school year. So each term, every so many weeks, we are going to have an Innovative EdTech episode. And we are starting off with our Magic School episode tonight, and then we are heading into another 7 wonderful sessions over this year. So that is the little change that we've made to Innovative EdTech this year. We've gone from 12 episodes down to 8, and we're just aligning them with the Australian terms and school year, just to make it a little bit easier and more sustainable for me. So you can see what is coming up in 2025 just here on your screen. We've got 8 wonderful sessions. Don't know why I said 10 there. We've got 8 wonderful sessions that you are going to be able to join with us this year. And our first session is right here tonight. All right, let's keep going so we can get this party started. Tonight is all about MagicSchool.Ai. So if you haven't explored Magic School before, it is another wonderful AI-powered tool that can help you in the classroom. So Magic School is an AI-powered tool designed specifically for educators, providing a suite of tools to streamline things like lesson planning, content creation, assessment, and administrative tasks. It has a huge range of features that are curriculum aligned, okay? You can create engaging educational materials. You can differentiate resources. You can generate automated feedback. You can do so much with MagicSchool.Ai. It is an incredible tool that I really think you should investigate and see how you can add this to your teacher tech toolkit. So Magic School could actually act as an intelligent assistant, empowering you to focus more on your teaching and student engagement while leveraging AI to simplify a range of everyday tasks that we are required to complete as an educator, making you even more efficient and effective as a teacher. So Magic School is another one of those fantastic AI tools that are there to assist you. They're not there to take your jobs. They are there to assist you to become even more efficient and effective as an educator. And tonight, we're going to dive in and have a look at why this tool is another tool that I think you should be popping into your teacher tech toolkit. So let's go and have a look and see what we are going to explore in this episode of Innovative EdTech. So tonight we are going to have a practical demonstration episode. Sometimes we dive in and we show you the actual tools and we put it into perspective. Sometimes it is a presentation where we might just be talking to you and explaining things to you and giving you some examples. But tonight is a demonstration episode. So tonight we're going to dive in to MagicSchool.Ai and we're going to have a look at 10 of their tools. There are so many tools in Magic School that we can't show you them all in a single episode. Plus, some of them are probably more appropriate for you to investigate individually for your particular context, rather than presenting them as a whole in a live workshop like tonight. But we're going to go and have a look at 10 tools that I think are going to be really helpful and important for you. So the 10 tools that we're going to look at tonight are the worksheet generator, generating worksheets that you can use in class with your students. We're going to have a look at the text leveler, a fantastic tool that helps you level and differentiate a piece of text for different student abilities. We're going to have a look at the text summarizer, so how we can take a piece of text and we can condense that down and summarize it for our students. We're going to have a look at the unit plan generator. So if you are creating a unit of work or a sequence of lessons, you can get started with that using Magic School. We're then going to dive in and have a look at the YouTube video summarizer and the YouTube video questions tools, seeing how we can utilize Magic School when it comes to accessing the really vast array of videos available from YouTube. We're then going to have a look at the PD planner. How can we use Magic School to start to design some PD, some professional development that we can host with our colleagues? We're then going to have a look at the classroom management tool and see what it can do to provide us with tips, tricks, and tools to help with classroom management. We're then going to go and have a look at how we can create multiple choice quizzes and assessments. And then we're going to finish off tonight at having a look at the amazing tool, which is the vocabulary list generator. So we're going to dive in and have a look at these 10 tools. We're going to demonstrate these to you tonight, show you what to do with them, show you how you can use them so that you can have a look and you can decide whether Magic School is a tool that you would like to investigate further in the future. So let's get ready for this wonderful episode and excuse me, and let's dive in to having a look at Magic School. So I'm going to head over to Magic School, and I've already signed into my Magic School account, and you can see that just here on the screen in a moment. Once it loads up here, I'm going to take a quick sip of water. All right, I have been teaching all day, so I am a little bit croaky this evening, but that's okay. All right, so I've just signed in to my Magic School account. You can obviously get a free Magic School account. Okay, obviously it does have limitations, or you can subscribe to Magic School Plus. I am a Magic School Plus subscriber here. I am actually a Magic School pioneer, so I have been part of their Pioneer and Ambassador program since very early January. I undertook a process. I completed an application in order to become part of this. So I am here not just sharing Magic School because it's something that you think I'm obliged to do. I'm here sharing Magic School because I think it is a valuable tool that will provide you a lot of benefit in the classroom. So what you need to do to get started is to sign into Magic School, okay? Obviously with either your free account or if you're a Plus user, using your Plus account here. Once you jump into Magic School, you will find all of these different tools here, okay? There are an absolute truckload of different tools that you can access and use for a variety of purposes as an educator. So you can see all of these tools just here. As I mentioned, there are just way too many tools to look at tonight, but we're just going to have a look at 10 of them. Obviously, here you can see that we can also select on different types of categories if we're looking for a particular tool for a particular purpose. So if we're looking for a tool that looks at questions, we can click on questions here, and those tools are now going to be presented to us so that we're not overwhelmed with the entire list of options available here. We can also see up here that we have some recommended tools. Okay, so these are tools that Magic School believes you might be interested in accessing and using. And then right up the top here, you can actually pop in your favorites. So if there are certain tools in Magic School that you really love to use, you can actually star them here, just like this one up here, which is my YouTube video questions tool, and it will stay up the top there, so it's easily accessible for you anytime you are using Magic School. So tonight we're going to go and have a look at 10 tools, okay? 10 tools. So let's just jump back to our presentation, and the first tool that we're going to have a look at is our worksheet generator. So let's jump back over to Magic School, and there's a couple of ways that we can go and find this tool. We can type it into the search bar just here, or we can obviously come down here and search for it. Now we can see here that it's coming up in the questions option just here because we've clicked on questions. If we just head back to all, we obviously have all of them here. So let's just head up to the search bar and let's just type in worksheet, maybe spell it correctly, worksheet. Okay, we don't even need to type in the whole name of the tool because it has just come up here. So let's dive in to having a look at the worksheet generator. So the worksheet generator is a fantastic tool to help you get started with creating worksheets on any topic or text. So we all know that we need to create activities for our students to complete to not only master and refine the skills that they are being taught, but we can actually save ourselves a truckload of time by getting AI and tools like Magic School to create these worksheets for us. So the first thing we need to do is just complete this particular form. We're going to decide on our grade level. Okay, obviously we can go from very early and we can move all the way through here right up to professional staff, which is obviously going to be all of the teachers that are going to be using Magic School. Excuse me again. All right, so maybe I'll start off here. I'm going to start off with fourth grade or year 4 if you are down here in Australia, because that's what my best friend teaches, and let's do something for her. So now it's asking us for a topic or text. Okay, it's given us some suggestions to get started here. We can also paste a block of text in there. So maybe you have a block of text from something else that you have created. You can also pop that in there. It does also tell us that we can pop in and attach a PDF, all right, if we have a PDF that we would like to use. However, let's get started with just something generic. How about we start with, maybe let's do something to do with shape. So maybe we'd like to create a worksheet exploring common 2D and 3D shapes. Okay, I am a primary school teacher. I don't teach primary school. I don't know if they do that in year 4. I don't have a clue, but we're just going to try this and see what happens. So we've popped in a very simple prompt there. It's for year 4. Now we're just going to come down here to the purple generate button and let's see what happens. I have no idea what is going to appear here, but let's have a look and see what is generated just here. Okay, so it gives us a little definition here to get us started. Okay, it's telling us what a 2D and 3D shape is, just so students have that information. Obviously, hopefully you have explicitly taught that to them, but that is also there for them to use as well. All right. Okay, now we've got a fill in the blank. Fill in the blank with the correct words. So we've got a something has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles, and our students need to use this word bank down here to complete that particular sentence. Obviously, if you were going to use this particular worksheet, it might need a little bit of editing and refining, or you might decide to use it with another tool like quizzes, okay, maybe Nearpod, Peardeck, maybe even popping it into a Google form or a Microsoft form and attaching it to Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams as another way to use this. But we've got a really simple fill in the blanks just here. So we're getting and assessing our students' understanding of some of these common 2D and 3D shapes. Sorry, I've just got Google talking in the background and I'm not sure what they're saying. That's why I just paused for a moment. So you've got a really great option here, a really great activity to get started to assess your students' understanding of those common 2D and 3D shapes. Then if we move down here, we've got some multiple choice questions. All right, so just again, assessing your students' understanding of common 2D and 3D shapes. You could use this as a pre-assessment and a post-assessment, okay? The more that you refine that prompt, the better the worksheet is going to be. But then down here, we've also got some open-ended questions, which again, we're going to have to obviously take these, edit these for whatever way that we're using it, whether we're using it in a Microsoft Word doc or a Google doc, or whatever we're using, we're still going to have to do a little bit of editing. But the time that's being taken and the time that's being saved from having to create this activity is going to be so beneficial in the end, okay? So what a great worksheet to get us started with a really great possible pre- and post-assessment to check your students' understanding of common 2D and 3D shapes. All right, so there's a really simple example of how we can create a worksheet using Magic School. All right, let's just head back and let's go and create another worksheet. So I'm going to head back here. All right, I'm going to head back up to my search bar. I'm going to type in worksheet again. Let's head to the worksheet generator. And I might go to a high school example this time. Let's go and have a look at something in high school. So maybe I'll go to 10th grade. I do have a year 10 class this year, and this term, my class is going to be reading the Shakespeare tragedy Macbeth. So let's dive in and maybe get Magic School to create a worksheet that introduces our students to maybe some of the characters in Macbeth. So I'm going to type in here, create an introductory worksheet that introduces students to the main characters of the Shakespeare play Macbeth. All right. Okay, let's have a look and see what this is going to generate for us. So I just want this particular worksheet to introduce these characters. So obviously I'm not looking for any particular kind of questions, but it's giving me some questions here. It's giving me some activities. So you can see here that perhaps this hasn't actually done what I was hoping it to do. So maybe I need to go back and have a look at this and actually go, maybe I need to teach those particular characters to my students before I provide them with this activity. So you can see that these particular worksheets are going to need things to potentially have been looked at and taught to your students before you actually use these. But again, we've got to fill in the blanks. We've got some multiple choice questions and some open-ended questions here. So that seems to be a pretty consistent theme with this worksheet generator, is we have a fill in the blanks, we have some multiple choice questions, and we have some open-ended questions. Again, we are supplied with the answers, which is fantastic, so that you can make sure that those questions are actually responding to your particular prompt in the way that you are looking. So the worksheet generator, a really great way to save yourself a truckload of time by jumping in there and generating some really great worksheets that your students can use in a variety of methods straight away. It's going to save you an absolute truckload of time. It's going to take a lot of that pressure off you to create lessons. Here, you have an AI-powered tool creating really great activities that you can use in a variety of formats with your students today. So that is the first tool that we are going to show and share with you tonight as we explore MagicSchool.Ai. All right, let's head back to the presentation and have a look at our next, excuse me, our next tool that we are going to explore tonight, and that is the Text Leveler. Now, I think this is a fantastic tool, and if you've seen some of my other presentations on different AI-powered tools, you might have seen something very similar to this. But this is a really handy tool if you would like to do something and create something for different abilities of students within your class. So I'm going to head back to Magic School. I'm going to head back to my search bar because it is probably the easiest way to find tools when you are looking for something specific. So we are looking for the Text Leveler. Okay. All right. Let's just make sure I've got this correct. Okay. Oh, that's lying to me. Okay, let's head back and have a look here. It is in here somewhere. I'm going to go back to all. See, look at this. Even this is tricking me up tonight. Okay, maybe I've named it the wrong thing. Let's triple check because sometimes they have different names in different applications. So let's have a look here. I did find it the other night. Where is it? It's obviously got a different name. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Alright, this is hilarious. Because I did find it the other night, and now I can't find it. Isn't that great? Okay. The text summarizer. Okay. Alright, I can't find it. Isn't that funny? You try to do a presentation and you think everything is just right, and then you actually can't find what you're looking for. Anyway, the Text Leveler, if you haven't seen something like that, is really great in making sure that we can level out a text so that it is going to be accessible for our students. So I did see it the other night, unless I was making things up in my head because maybe I was really tired from school. But I can't find it now. So how about we jump over to the text summarizer, which is the next one on the list here. The text summarizer, as we can see with the description here, is a tool, all right, where we can take any text and summarize it for any length that we are choosing. So you decide on the length of the summary, you pop the original text in there, and let Magic School do its thing. So I'm going to pop in here. Let's summarize this text into 10 dot points. All right. I'm just going to jump over to another text that I generated in another wonderful AI-powered tool called Twee. So I got this text to generate earlier looking at the hero's journey. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm just going to copy this text and head back to Magic School. I'm going to place and paste this text just here, press the purple generate button, and we're going to see this text summarized into 10 dot points. Look at that. So we've taken that entire text and now we've summarized it into 10 dot points. All right, look at that. How good is that? We can also come back here and edit this prompt. So maybe I just want to summarize it into one paragraph. Again, I can click generate and it's now going to summarize that and that text as one single paragraph there. All right, again, we can jump in here. We can copy that. We can edit that. Okay, so we can go in and edit that particular text there. All right, so we can cancel that if we'd like to. We can export these again, so that's going to save you a truckload of time. We've got read aloud, and we can also save that resource there. So you can see how easy it is to be able to take a text that you have and summarize it into something that you can give your students that is a little bit more condensed. Perhaps you've got a class where you're looking at a variety of readings. Maybe you get Magic School to summarize those particular readings if they're PDFs, and then you pop those little synopsises into a sheet, okay, might be on Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams, so that your students can go in and say, that's the reading, that's the resource that I'm looking for. Maybe it's you're summarizing textbook chapters, so your students know exactly which chapter they're going to find what they're looking for. So there's so many ways that you can use that textbook option to create a summary of any text that you're looking for. All right. So really simple to be able to go in and summarize any type of text that you are looking for. And look at that. I told you that things just sometimes happen here. There is the text leveler. I didn't lie about that. I knew it was there. I just think I forgot to put in that capital L. So let's dive into the text leveler. Here is another wonderful tool, as I mentioned. If you have a variety of student abilities in your class, and we all do, all right, so we can take any text and adapt it for any grade level to fit a student's reading level or skills. So we might keep this one about the hero's journey, okay, but maybe I have some students that are a little bit lower ability than the rest of my class. So let's say that maybe I have a year 10 class, but I've got some students that are still at maybe year 6 or 6th grade level. So I'm going to generate and summarize and level this text so that it's going to be accessible for them. So let's summarize and level this text so that it's accessible for those students in my class that are at a year 6 reading level. So there we go. It's made the text a little bit shorter. Okay, it's changed the language, but we can see just here, all right, and I'll go over to Twee just to show you what the text originally looks like. We might make that a bit bigger so that you can see that. So here we go, all right. We can see that this is the original text here. There is a pattern that many stories from around the world follow. It is called the hero's journey, all right. Many stories from around the world share a pattern called the hero's journey. So it's really condensed that. It's really changed that language so that it is absolutely accessible from every single student that we have in our class. So maybe we jump back here to our edit prompt. Maybe we go to let's say that maybe we've got some kids that might be in about 8th grade, year 8. So they're a little bit higher than our students in our year 6th grade, but they're not quite at the same level as our really top academic kids. So let's generate this particular text here so that we can level it out. So we've got a low, middle, and higher, more academic version of that particular text. So again, here we go. Here is that text here. Okay, it's very similar to the previous prompt that we used and the text that was created, but we've got a little bit more. So the text leveler, another wonderful tool so that we can take a piece of text that we have and we can create something that is going to be accessible for every single student in our class. So the text leveler tool is another fantastic tool that you might get an absolute benefit out of in the classroom, especially if you have a wide array of student abilities in your class so that you can cater for every single student that you are teaching in your class today. All right, so far we've looked at 3 tools. We've looked at the worksheet generator, we've looked at the text summarizer, and the text leveler. 3 powerful tools that can be so helpful with you in the classroom today. All right, let's go and have a look at the 4th tool that we're going to look at today, which is the unit plan generator. Really handy if you are creating a unit of work or you're creating a sequence of lessons that you are going to deliver to your students. So let's head back to Magic School. I'm going to head back up here to the search bar. I'm going to type in unit, okay, and here we are, the unit plan generator. So here we can generate a draft of a unit plan based on a topic, standard, or objectives and unit length. So let's dive in here and have a look at this. Well, let's go and create a sample unit that we might be able to use with our students. Okay, let's maybe stick with, let's go to year 6. Let's go back to primary school here in Australia and have a look at year 6. Okay, how long is our particular unit going to be? Anywhere from 5 days up to 25 days. So maybe let's choose something in the middle. Let's go 15 days. Okay, so it's going to go for a couple of weeks. All right, we need to pop in our unit plan title or topics here. Okay, what is our unit going to be about? What is it exploring? So maybe we pop in here. Let's go and say that this unit is going to be exploring the narrative structure. We really want our students to grasp that structure so that they can create a text, a beautiful piece of writing using that narrative structure. So let's pop in here. Exploring the narrative structure in writing. Okay. All right. Then we need to provide some context, and we can see here that this is optional. It has given us some sample contextual information here if you're not sure what you could add. All right. So it says here, students I'm teaching have just learned about one-step equations. Students are learning this type of literature for the first time. We must cover blah, blah, blah. So let's pop in here. Your students will learn about and use the narrative structure to compose their own piece of creative writing based on a stimulus of their choice. Okay, so we provided a little bit of context there so that it can help generate a unit of work that is going to be relevant. Okay, we can assign it to standards if we would like to. Okay, I'm going to leave that blank just now, and let's press the purple generate button to see what happens. Okay, so here we go. We have day 1, we have our objective, we have our assessment, all right, we have our key points here. And remember, this is just a draft. This is not a complete unit of work. It's just something to get you started that you might need to flesh out a little bit later. But again, we can go in and use some of those other Magic School tools to flesh out and create those activities that this unit plan generator draft is suggesting. So we have our 15 days of activities here. Okay, we can see that we're starting off with an introduction to narrative structure. We're looking at analyzing that story structure, so actually getting our students to practice their understanding from that first lesson where they've looked at the narrative structure, okay, character development, all right, setting, plot development techniques, the effectiveness of writing expositions, and then looking at this idea of crafting those different elements of that narrative structure. We've got revision, peer reviewing, okay, final edits. You can see here that you have a really good sounding board to get started with a unit of work that you could create and use with your students. All right, so remember, this is just a starting point. And then if we can continue down the bottom here, okay, it's got some activity suggestions down here, okay. Obviously, it has included some standards here. They may or may not be relevant to you. They're not relevant to me in my context, so I would just ignore these. But it's provided me with a little bit to get me started. And as I mentioned, I can jump into School.AI. I could jump into School.AI, but we're not talking about School.AI. That's another tool. We're talking about Magic School. They all have the word school in them. It's just confusing me today. So you could jump into Magic School and you could really flesh out those activities and create a really amazing unit of work that you can use with your students. So it is so easy to jump in here and so easy to create really fantastic drafts and starting points of units that you could complete with your students. So let's just jump back in here, okay? I might jump back into my example that I was using earlier with Macbeth. So I'm doing Macbeth with year 10. So let's pop in here. Let's head to year 10. Actually, let's go down here to year 10. Okay. We're going to say that this one, it's about 25 days. Okay. So it might be 25 periods, but just take it as 25 lessons, 25 periods, whatever you would like. It is a starting point, okay? Remember, you don't have to use everything. You might decide that something that it has suggested isn't quite right for your context, so you don't use it. All right, my unit plan title or topic is an introduction to Macbeth. Okay, students will be reading the Shakespeare play Macbeth and learning about the plot, characters, and setting. Okay, so that is what I want my students to take away from this particular text. I'm going to press the purple generate button. Let's have a look and see what Magic School generates for us. So we can see here that we are starting off with an introduction to Shakespeare and the Elizabethan era. That is exactly what I would do if I was about to introduce Shakespeare to my students. Okay, then we're having a look at an overview of Macbeth, starting to become a little bit familiar with the play's themes and structure. Okay, beautiful. Characters of Macbeth, setting, okay, getting our students understanding who's who in the zoo, really, and the setting of Macbeth before we dive in and start exploring the actual play as a whole text just here. Okay, so a really good way to get started with a unit of work. It is not an entire unit, but it is a way to get started creating a unit that you can flesh out. You could use Magic School's other tools to create a fantastic unit that you can use with your students today. So there we go, another fantastic tool from Magic School, the unit plan generator. It could save you a truckload of time. It could get you started on creating those new units of work that you need to write for your students, those programs for new syllabuses and changes. Here we have a tool which can get you started so that you aren't sitting there going, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? We actually have a really useful tool which can get us started and can help us out significantly. So head over to Magic School and check out the unit plan generator and see how it can help you in the classroom today. All right, let's head back to my list. All right, the next tool that we're going to have a look at relates to YouTube. So we're going to have a look at two tools related to YouTube videos, which you can use in Magic School. We're going to have a look at the YouTube Video Summarizer and the YouTube Video Questions tools. Two very handy tools if you like to use YouTube videos in the class with your students. So let's head back over to Magic School. I'm going to head back up to the search button and I'm going to type in YouTube. Okay, we are going to start off with the YouTube Video Summarizer. And you can see here that it tells us that we can get a summary of a YouTube video in length, in whatever length you choose. Okay, so let's have a look at this tool. All right. So maybe you've got a YouTube video that you share with your students and you would like to summarize that so that your students know what the video is about. Maybe you've got a page on your Google Sites resource hub with a number of different videos. This might be really useful to create some really fantastic relevant synopsises that you can include with these videos. So again, you choose the length of the summary. Okay, so I might just start off with one paragraph. Okay. What we need to do now is we need to head to YouTube and we actually need to go and access the transcript. Okay. Now, Magic School does give us some information about how to access the YouTube transcripts just here. Previously, you were able to just upload the URL from that YouTube video, but unfortunately, YouTube have changed a few things with their rules, so Magic School have adjusted to that. So what you're going to do is head over to YouTube, and I've got one of my favorite YouTube channels open here, which is the TED Ed channel. So TED Ed is a wonderful place to go if you're looking for some really general knowledge and interesting videos that you can share with your students. So I might come over here and let's choose this particular one here, the limit of computer power. So what I'm going to do is click on this particular video here. Just going to pause it. And then I'm just going to scroll down. And just here in the description, okay, if you scroll down here, you'll find the transcript. So I'm going to click on the Show Transcript button just here. And then just over here on the right-hand side of your screen, you will be able to see your transcript. What you are going to need to do is we are going to copy this transcript. Okay, just like we'd copy something in Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or off the internet, we are just going to do that. So I've copied it. I'm just going to press Control-C, and now I'm going to head back to Magic School. I'm now going to paste that transcript just here in the YouTube transcript box, and all I'm going to do is press my purple Generate button. It's now going to generate a one paragraph, and that's probably a little tiny bit big for what I'm looking for, but a one paragraph summary of that particular YouTube video. Again, we could come back up here, we could click on Edit Prompt, and we could summarize this. Okay, we can edit this even more. So I might say, summarize this in one, how about we go 2 sentences. Let's see if it understands this. Okay, so I really want a very condensed summary. Okay, look, it is let's have a look. Is it 2 sentences or is it 3 sentences? It's 2 sentences because it's used some commas. So there we go. That's much more accessible and that is much more what I'm looking for. Okay, I was looking for a summary that it was nice and to the point, that wasn't too convoluted and overwhelming. All right, we could even go back further and we could summarize this video in 25 words. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what happens. Is it going to summarize it in 25 words? Yes, it has. Look at that. So we've just gone back in and edited that prompt to get exactly what we're looking for. The same way that you would do with any other tool, ChatGPT, School.AI, okay, any other AI-powered tool. If you don't get what you want, just head back in, edit, revise, refine, and you will eventually be able to get what you like. So there you go. If you want to summarize a YouTube video for your students, you can do that using School.Ai. All right, so let's head back to our tools. Let's head back to our homepage, our magic tools, and let's head back to YouTube. But this time, we're actually going to choose this one here, which is one of my starred tools, which means it's one of my favorite tools that I regularly use when I am using Magic School. So now we can generate guiding questions aligned to a YouTube video. Now, I use this as a lesson starter to get my students settled. I've used some of these TED Ed videos, created some multiple choice questions that I then get my students to answer, to check that they are actively listening, but also just to settle them down at the beginning of a lesson. So we start off with our form. Okay, we start off by choosing our grade level. Okay, so maybe let's go year 11. So these are some of our more senior students here in Australia. Our question types, we have 3. We can have multiple choice, free response, or true, false. Okay, so I'm going to go, let's go multiple choice. We also have the option of 3, 5, 7, or 10 questions. Okay, so maybe I'll choose 5 questions, and I might just pop this transcript that we just copied for this video back in here because I've already got that copied. Let's press the purple generate button and have a look at these multiple choice questions. So if you're looking to create some activities using YouTube videos, the YouTube video questions tool in Magic School is a fantastic tool for you to use. And you can see that you have an answer key down here. And what I really love about this answer key, it's actually giving you the timestamp of where you'll actually be able to find that answer. So maybe if you have a student who's questioning whether that particular question was correct, you can head back to that timestamp, and then maybe there's a discussion there. Maybe it's a discussion that sometimes AI does make mistakes, or maybe, they thought it said this, but actually this is what the video was telling us. So it is really, really easy to create really fantastic video questions using YouTube videos when it comes to Magic School. So I'm just going to head back here, going to head back to our YouTube video questions tool, and I'm just going to show you the other options there as well. So maybe we'll come over, we'll grab a different TED Ed video this time. Okay, let's go here. What is cholesterol? Okay, oh, something went wrong. I think I pressed too many buttons too quickly there. So let's jump in here. Let's head down. What is cholesterol? Again, we scroll down. I'm just going to pause that so that it doesn't start playing on us. Scroll down to our description. Scroll until we see the show transcript button. Press that. Our transcript is going to be generated over here on the right-hand side. Highlight the transcript. Control-C that if you're using Windows. Head back to Magic School. Okay, we might change the grade level here. Let's go to year 9. Okay, this time I'm going to go free response. Let's just do 5 questions again. Pop in our transcript and then press the purple generate button. All right, let's have a look and see what happens here. There we go. 5 really amazing, simple, free choice response questions that you can share with your students. You could use those in quizzes. You could use Nearpod, Pear Deck. You could pop those in a Google form. Okay, you could use them on Google Classroom as one of those quiz question options. We've got a lot that we can do here. And again, we've got the answers provided just down the bottom with the timestamp. So there you go. The video questions tool is an amazing tool if you are a YouTube video user in the classroom. Another way that Magic School can make your life so much easier as an educator. It's going to save you a truckload of time. It's going to help you create some magnificent activities for a range of different YouTube videos that you might be using in the classroom. All right, let's head back to our presentation. We have 4 wonderful tools left. All right, the next one is our PD Planner. So PD, professional development. It is so important for every single person who is an educator to engage in. If you're watching this video right now, you're part of the workshop live tonight, or you're watching the recording, you are currently engaged in professional development. You are helping develop your understanding of Magic School and how you can use it in the classroom. All right, so I'm going to head back up to my search bar because it is the easiest way to find anything in Magic School. I just popped in PD there, and you can see it has popped up here, and we can generate professional development for any topic. So I'm going to click on this one, and it's a brand new tool from Magic School, which is so exciting to see. Okay, so here we go. Here is our planner. So this is going to help us create and generate a professional development plan for school on any topic that we can think of. Okay, so our audience, let's say high school teachers. Let's be very generic here. The length of the PD, okay, let's stick with 30 minutes, all right? Our topic or objective of the PD. So maybe it is using restorative practices in the classroom to support student behavior. Okay. All right, we've got additional customization here, okay, whether it's virtual, okay, what type of particular activities we're looking for. So let's pop in here. Some activities will be scenario-based, and it will be held in person at school. Okay. All right, so all we're going to do now is press our purple generate button, and let's have a look and see what this tool generates for us. Again, we can always go back and edit that prompt. Okay, here we go. So we've got, I'll just give it a moment. I'm really bad at jumping in and wanting to tell you about it before it's finished generating, and I think that's a really, really bad trait of mine at the moment, and I have noticed that, and I really do apologize for that. Okay. So here it is. Okay, professional development session, restorative practices in the classroom. It's 30 minutes. It's for high school teachers. It is a hands-on session that introduces high school teachers to practical restorative practices that can be implemented immediately. Okay, we have an introduction. We're having a look at some core content. We have a scenario. Okay, we've got some individual planning, closing. We've got the materials that we need, as well as some activities that we could use with our students. Our students are going to be our colleagues, okay, that we could use with our peers, all right? Again, we can come down here with Magic School, and we can actually add additional prompts here to this particular chat, essentially, to flesh this out. We can get particular scenarios or activities created just here. So you'll see it will give us a couple of suggested prompts that you could use. So we could click on these ones. So let's click on this one here. Can you provide more examples of restorative practices in action? And it's now going to provide us with more information that we could use in our particular session here. So it's fleshed it out a little bit more here, okay, with some examples that we can now use with our colleagues as part of this professional development session. So you don't have to start off. You don't have to create everything. We've got a really powerful tool here which can help you plan and implement your own professional development. If you are leading something, if you are implementing something or introducing something, or even just showcasing something that you're very passionate about, here is a way to plan a session that is going to be powerful, purposeful, and really enjoyable for your participants. So there you go. The PD Planner tool in School.Ai is another powerful tool. And as you can see, not every tool in School.Ai, again, I've done it again, not every tool in Magic School is going to just be for the students. There's also tools in Magic School that can help you out as an educator. I wish there was a tool that would help me say Magic School instead of School.Ai all the time. Maybe that's something they need to work on for me, because I do not know why I can't say Magic School tonight. Maybe it's just because it's the first episode of the year. and I am way out of practice. Anyway, look, that happens. I had a long day teaching. It's very hot down here. It's summertime. But anyway, whatever's. All right, let's head back to the presentation. We have 3 wonderful tools left. All right, the next one is the classroom management tool. So again, this is another tool for you as an educator, not just for the students so that you can create powerful, purposeful lessons that are really engaging, but we've got some tools that are going to help you as a teacher in the classroom. All right, heading back up to my search bar here, I'm going to type in classroom, and here we go, our classroom management tool. It is another new tool here, and in this particular tool, we describe the challenge that we're having, and it's going to suggest some solutions. So let's pop into this tool, have a look at what we need to pop in here, and then let's see what happens. So we need to pop in our grade level here, so maybe we'll pop in some younger children. Okay, what is the challenge? Describe the classroom management challenge that you're having. So I'm going to say here, my students keep getting out of their seats and moving around the classroom for no reason during explicit instruction activities. Okay, let's press the purple generate button and see what happens just here. Okay, so we've got, again, wait, Tristan, wait. You know that you need to wait. You've learned this lesson before. Hold up, horsey. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is very detailed. So we've got our challenge just up here, which is obviously the challenge that we input into the field. Okay, so looking at students moving during instruction. It's for 2nd grade, so very early in the primary school system. Okay, it has provided us with 2 strategies here. Okay, it has provided us with an overview and also some suggestions on how to implement this particular strategy. So we've got 2 strategies there. We've got some additional advice, some prevention tips, okay, so that we can avoid this particular, incident in the future. Okay, look at that. That is really handy. All right, so it's not providing you with something that is really critical or saying, hey, you just suck as a teacher. You can't manage your class. It's actually providing you with some practical tips and strategies that you can try with your students. Again, if you scroll down here, it's got some additional prompts that you can use to start gathering more information to help you with that particular prompt. So we've got some more examples of activities that we could use for things like learning stations or even effective behavior reward systems. So you can see that we're not just focusing on the negative. Yes, we've got students who aren't staying in their chairs. No, we've got some strategies that you can implement today, and we've got some other suggestions that can further help make this particular situation less of a problem in future. So that classroom management tool could come in really handy. Doesn't matter if you're a brand new teacher, if you've been teaching for 15 years like I have, or you've been teaching for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, this particular tool could still come in handy. We know that young people today are different, okay? Young people today are so different to when I started 15 years ago. Then chucked in the middle of that, we had a global pandemic. That changed students again. We could always have some assistance when it comes to good classroom management. And now we have a tool where we can go and get really practical tips that are not judgmental, that are going to be supportive, that we can try in our classroom today. So go and check out the classroom management tool in School.Ai and see how it might be able to help you with any problems that you have in the classroom for whatever particular behavior issues that you might be experiencing. All right, we are so close to the end. We have 2 tools to go, and we're going to smash through these because we are running short on time tonight. All right, the next one is the multiple choice quiz or assessment generator. So let's head back over here. Let's head back to our Magic Tools homepage, and we're going to head to our search bar. I'm going to type in multiple, and here we have it, the multiple choice quiz or assessment, where we can create a multiple choice assessment quiz or test based on any topic, standard, or criteria. Fantastic. Great way if you're creating a pre-assessment, a post-assessment, if you're creating activities to engage your students. Here is a chance for you to create some quiz questions. You might use these in another tool like let's say we might use them in something like Bamboozle or Kahoot. We might be putting them into a Google form. We might be using them in quizzes or Nearpod. There's so many ways that you can also use these tools in a variety of other wonderful EdTech tools that you might be using in the classroom. So maybe we'll go to year 5 this time. Let's go to year 5. Okay, let's just do 5 questions. And maybe let's do something here. Let's do something. So let's go a pre-assessment to check students' understanding of the solar system. Okay, something really simple, something really basic here. I just want 5 simple questions to check my students' understanding of the solar system here. So there we go. It's given me. There we go. I didn't start that time. I actually waited a little bit. There we go. Tristan is learning. All right. So there are my 5 questions that I could use as a pre-assessment and my post-assessment. I have my answer key down the bottom. I could use this in another EdTech tool. Again, I've talked about these. You can see how all of these activities that we are creating with Magic School can be utilized in a variety of other EdTech tools that you might be using actively in the classroom. So there we have some really simple multiple choice questions generated in literal seconds. Literal seconds. So if we head back here, and I just like to always go right back to the beginning, and you might be looking at me going, Tristan, you are an absolute dingbat. There's easier ways to do this. But I like to go back because I want to show you the experience from the very beginning. So I'm going to head back here. Okay, I'm going to change this to, I'm actually going to go to year 8. Okay, I have a year 8 class now. I'm going to go 10, actually let's go 15 questions. Okay, I kind of want to assess my students of common drama terms or drama vocabulary because we are studying a drama text this term. So create a pre-assessment to check my students' understanding of common drama text related vocabulary. Okay, let's press generate again and see what happens. Okay, obviously I've selected 15 questions this time. So it's a little bit bigger than the previous example, which I just showed you. But, I could probably get my students to do this and they would be able to do this, okay, because it's obviously for a year group that's a little bit older. Obviously, some of this, I know that my students may not know terms such as monologue or soliloquy. Okay, they may not know what they are, but that is what's part of being a pre and post test, is seeing our students' understanding. But there we go, 15 questions that I could use today to test my students' understanding of common drama techniques, okay, and terms and vocab that you might use when you're exploring a drama text. All right, actually not a bad one, and I think I may steal this one and actually use it with my class. So thank you very much for encouraging me to use this as an example in tonight's episode. I appreciate that. I may have made a few boo-boos tonight, but this is actually a really, really great example that I might actually use myself. So as you can see, the multiple choice quiz and assessment tool, a really simple way to generate multiple choice quizzes that you can use for a variety of purposes. It might be to get your students to provide feedback on something. It might be to provide feedback or, some self-reflection on their own work. It might be a check-in, okay? Maybe we're doing a ready-to-learn scale. We can use this particular tool in Magic School for a variety of purposes. It is only limited by your imagination, okay? So go and check out the multiple choice quiz and assessment tool to see how you could use it in your class today. All right, we've got one tool to go, and this is another wonderful tool that I think you're going to absolutely love, and that is the vocabulary list generator. So let's head back to Magic School. I've gone back to the homepage. Yes, I've talked about these multiple times tonight, but I just think heading back here is so much easier because we have our search bar. So I'm going to type in vocabulary here. Okay. All right, our vocabulary list generator has just popped up here. All right, here is where we can generate a list of vocabulary words based on a subject, topic, or text that are important for students to learn. So we're going to click on this one here. Follow the prompts to get started with this tool. So again, we choose our year or grade level. We look at how many words we'd like to define, and then we pop in our topic or text here. Now, I'm going to go here to year 10, okay, because this is something that I did last year. I used a different tool to generate this, but I'm actually really keen to see what happens with Magic School. So I'm going to add 15 words here, and I'm going to get Magic School and the vocabulary list generator to generate a list of terms related to the novel The Hunger Games. Okay, so I actually got another tool, another AI tool to generate something like this for me last year. And I actually want to see what's going to happen right now. So I want a list of terms related to the Hunger Games. So I'm going to press generate. I've asked for 15 words. We're going to wait until it's generated this time. We're not going to jump in here. Okay. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so here are the 15 particular words that have been generated. Okay, we've got dystopian, rebellion, tribute, arena, survival, totalitarian, Pan Am, capital district. Very interesting, because these are very similar to a number of the words that another tool that I used last year generated. So I'm actually very, very impressed. And these definitions that it has provided here, great. Okay, so this is a really handy tool if you are trying to create some glossaries for your students, you are creating word lists, you are creating word banks for your students. You can generate these using the vocabulary list generator in school. Magic School, Tristan, Magic School. So let's head back again. Yes, I'm going back again. Okay, let's go here, vocabulary. Okay, let's go to the list generator. All right, I'm going to head back to, I'm going to go to year 7 this time. And I just want, okay, I'm going to go 15 words. I'm just going to ask you to provide me with a range of mathematical terms that we might use when we are exploring maths concepts. So generate a list, generate a list of common mathematical terms. Okay, let's have a look here. So I just want general mathematical terms that we would use when we are in a maths class. Look at that. I can tell you right now, these are absolutely perfect. Okay, very generic because we wanted common. We didn't want anything really specific. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, equation, fraction, decimal, perfect. Okay, so you can see here that the vocabulary list generator is such a powerful tool that can help you generate word banks, word lists, okay, vocabulary glossaries that you can use with your students. If you've got a senior class and you're looking at a particular text or topic or module, you can generate a list of terms that your students might be able to use, buzzwords if you'd like to call them, in their essays, in their responses, so that they can maximize their achievement and really demonstrate their knowledge. So there's so many things that you could do here with the vocabulary list generator using Magic School. I think this is a really powerful tool that you could get so much benefit out if you jumped in and had a look at this today. So that is another really powerful tool which I think you will absolutely love if you go and check out Magic School. All right, so that was the last one of our 10 tools. As you can see, that's taken us over time already because there are just so many things that you can do. And that's just 10 of the tools that we have explored in tonight's episode. So Magic School. Magic School is an AI-powered platform that can really help you as an educator. It can help you streamline so many tasks. It can save you time and it can make your students so much more engaged because you are so much happier. You're less burnt out. You are feeling great when it comes to being able to create content and resources that your students can use. So Magic School, it helps saves us time. We can create customizable resources. It supports differentiation, it can boost engagement, and it can be your teaching assistant. There are so many reasons why MagicSchool.Ai is a powerful tool, and there we have 5 of them. And I think they're 5 of the best reasons why Magic School is a tool that should be part of your EdTech teacher toolkit. So by integrating MagicSchool.Ai, you could work smarter, not harder, while still delivering high quality, engaging lessons and content to your students. So save yourself the burnout, help yourself by engaging the power of AI to make your life even more efficient and effective today. So Magic School, a tool that I think you should investigate and see why you should include it in your EdTech teacher toolkit. All right, there we go. I love Magic School. I think it should be right for you. I think it's something you should investigate. As I mentioned in every single one of our episodes, go and check out a tool before you make a financial investment and decide whether it's right for you. Don't invest in something if you're not going to use it. Don't waste your money. But if it's a tool that you think you can use, it might be something that you will absolutely fall in love with. All right, speaking of falling in love, if you really want to know more about Magic School have a range of professional learning certification courses that you can now go and access 100% free. They have their level 1, 2, 3, and 4 courses. They also have their image creator course as well as their level 1 and 2 AI for student courses. So if you're interested in checking out those teacher certification courses from MagicSchool.Ai, just head over to that link on the screen right now and you can check out those. I've completed all of these. They are really simple. They take you through this wonderful tool and they really help you become an absolute pro at mastering how you can use Magic School to be your teacher assistant in the classroom. Woo! That brings us to the end. If you are still with us, thank you so much. I know I have fumbled a lot tonight. I know it's just getting back into the rhythm. It has been a long day here. Okay, but we would love for you to stay connected with us here at Evolve EdTech. So if you want to stay connected, you can connect with us on our website at evolveedtech.com. We have all of our resources on there. You can check out this particular presentation. You can check out our previous episodes of Innovative EdTech. We've got resources, we've got infographics, we've got digital templates, you name it, you can find it on our website. We would love it though if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribing to our channel motivates us, also supports us, gets our name out there so that people can also learn and grow from us here at Evolve EdTech. This is what we want to do. We want to help you, and the one way that you can help us is by subscribing to our channel and liking our videos. You can also stay connected with us on socials. We are on Facebook and Instagram. You can check out our Pinterest page as well as TikTok, where we post a range of videos on that particular tool. So we would love to stay connected with you after this episode finishes tonight. All right, as I mentioned earlier, this is Season 2 of Innovative EdTech. If you'd like to catch up on any of our previous episodes, just head over to our YouTube channel, okay, and you'll be able to access our Season 1 playlist, all right? It's where you'll find all 12 episodes from 2024, and you'll be able to catch up on this episode tonight. So just head over to Evolve EdTech's YouTube channel, and you will be able to catch up on those episodes. All right, another wonderful professional learning experience that we had for you was the Tech Ready Teacher Digital Conference. So this is a free conference that we held in January 2025. If you are interested in joining us still for this, you absolutely can. There are 10 pre-recorded sessions that you can access. All you need to do is head to the techreadyteacher.com and secure your free access to this free digital conference. So if you're looking for some professional development, this is your one way that we can help you out here at Evolve EdTech. And earlier this year, we did host our first live of 2025, and that was Smart Start 2025. 25 EdTech tips for teachers to help get you started and set you on the right foot for 2025. If you didn't get to make it for that live, you can head over to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel and you can catch up on that live stream and video right now. So head over to Smart Start 2025, 25 EdTech tips for teachers. Woo, that was a long one. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. As I said, I had a few stumbles, just getting back into the swing of having a live here and presenting to you. But thank you so much for joining us and making it to the end of this episode. I am absolutely exhausted, and I'm going to go and have a little bit of a relax before I get ready for tomorrow and another wonderful school day down here in Australia. But don't forget that you can join us again next month for episode number 2. Next month, we're going to dive in and have a look at 10 ways that you can use QR codes in the classroom. QR codes seem to be the big thing at the moment, and they're actually a really handy tool for you to use in the classroom. So we're going to show and share 10 ways that you can use QR codes in the classroom with your students today. So join us again on Wednesday, the 19th of March, 2025 at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and we will catch up with you for episode number 2. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, it's going to make me very happy, and it's also going to support everybody else. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's been a long one. I know it's been a funny one. I know Tristan said a lot of things wrong, like School.Ai instead of Magic School. He is going to go and give himself a little tap on the knuckles as soon as this episode is finished. But thank you so much for joining us again. We can't wait to see you again in March for episode 2. Until then, everybody, stay safe, and we will catch up with you in March for episode 2 of the episode 2 of season 2 of Innovative EdTech for 2025. Until then, everybody, stay safe, and we'll catch up with you in March.